Hey teams, in this week's video, we're going to talk about the patient experience cycle. Now, hopefully you are able to kind of zoom in or hit pause at some point so you can really take a look at this cycle. But this cycle is based on how do we truly create an exceptional and unique experience for our patients every single step of the way. Now, oftentimes, a lot of clinicians tend to focus on the clinical side and say, well, gosh, how do we create an amazing experience for our patients clinically? How do we, make them feel better when they're in our chair? How do we care better for them? How do we make it a faster appointment? Whatever it is, but all of these clinical things, which, by the way, are really, really important, but it's only one part of the entire patient journey with us. And so we need to think through, where do our patients come from? What's their experience whenever they walk into our business? What's their experience when they're greeted and when they're taken back and transitioned from the front to the clinical team? What's their experience whenever they're introduced to the doctor? What's their experience whenever they are presented treatment? Or when they leave our practice? Every single step of the way is an opportunity for us to grow and truly create a unique and memorable experience for our patients. So let's talk through this entire cycle together, shall we? So first we have marketing and website. Now, marketing in the website, that is truly how your patients feel whenever somebody either shares about your practice, whenever they go online to look at your information and see, what kind of practice is this? What are their patient photos? What do they look like on social media? All of those things that are going to drive a patient to actually pick up the phone and call you. So what is their experience before they ever call your practice? And what do they think? What do they feel? What does your website and your social media say about you? Are you a fun practice? Are you, a unique practice? Do you provide holistic services? Do you provide ortho, all these different things? What makes your practice unique? And, they say studies now is the attention span of a patient, really anyone, because of social media and advertising constantly, is about 9 seconds. Whew. I don't know about you guys, but 9 seconds is not that long, right? So we really have to capture our patients' attention very quickly, and we've got to keep it. We've got to keep them engaged. Do you have videos and photos of your beautiful office and your team? What can you do to grab that patient's attention? And whenever they see your website or social media, not only do they want to pick up the phone and call your practice, but they also say, that's the practice for me. That's a unique practice, unlike anybody else I've ever seen. So the homework number 1 is go check out your social media and your website and put yourself in your patient's shoes and try to learn how they would feel if they were looking on your website trying to learn more about you. The second step is the initial call. They pick up the phone, so they liked your website, and then they pick up the phone to call your practice to schedule an appointment. How does the greeter, whoever's answering the phone, how do they sound? Do they sound cheerful and pleasant? What's the patient's experience whenever they call your practice? Does it make the patient want to come see you? Does it create likability? What are the emotions that come with whenever the patient actually takes the time to call your practice? Is it a positive experience or is it a confusing experience? And then, go through this entire cycle step by step and say, how do we become unique? How do we make every single part of our process and the patient's journey with us? How can we truly enhance it? What are some things that other people are not doing? And how can we make it very unique? One of the things that I'm a huge fan of in the dental practice is either the doctor or a hygienist calling just one new patient a week before their appointment. So imagine this, the patient's already come in, they've seen you, or they've already called, they've scheduled, but 2 days before their appointment, they receive a call from the doctor just welcoming them to the practice. Even if they were already confirmed, this is just another special way to drive patients to your practice and to truly make them feel so special. So go through this entire patient experience cycle. Take it step by step at a time and say, gosh, is this unique or is this a commodity? Is this something that somebody would want to share with other patients because nobody else is doing this? Or would they forget about it and go about their day? So I'm going to challenge you to put yourself in your patient's shoes and find unique ways to drive them through the journey and truly make it exceptional.